Ever feel like the universe has a wicked sense of timing, where everything decides to break right when you need it most? In the world of science and public discourse, most events follow logic, data, and rational explanation. But every now and then, reality seems to throw us a cosmic curveball, an event so ironic and oddly timed that it borders on the supernatural. Enter the Pauli Effect and the Gore Effect, two phenomena where people are said to unintentionally cause chaos in the physical world simply by showing up. Though both are more folklore than fact, these amusing effects have taken on a life of their own, reminding us that even in the most rational fields, humor and coincidence often steal the show. The Pauli Effect is named after Austrian theoretical physicist Wolfgang Pauli, who was one of the most brilliant minds of the 20th century. Pauli was known for formulating the Pauli exclusion principle, a key component in quantum mechanics that describes how no two electrons in an atom can occupy the same quantum state. In short, the man was a genius, but his genius came with a strange side effect, or so his colleagues claimed. According to many anecdotes, experimental apparatuses would mysteriously malfunction or break when Pauli entered the room. Not when he touched them, not when he adjusted the dials, just when he entered the building. One famous incident involved a piece of delicate equipment in Göttingen that spontaneously broke without explanation. It later turned out that Pauli had been at the train station across town. While most scientists would dismiss this as coincidence, Pauli's friends were quick to say, "Classic Pauli Effect." The legend grew to such heights that some physicists banned Pauli from even setting foot in their labs. Otto Stern, a Nobel Prize-winning experimentalist, was known to refuse Pauli entry during delicate experiments. In another case, Pauli was invited to a dinner party where colleagues set up a prank involving a chandelier rigged to fall when he entered. The mechanism failed, ironically proving the Pauli effect even in jest. Pauli himself was amused by his reputation. He never denied the phenomenon and even laughed about it. He once joked that the only way to truly test the Pauli effect was to make him stand outside a laboratory and check whether things broke. Amusingly, they often did.
Fast forward to the modern era, and we find another figure inadvertently associated with environmental anomalies. Al Gore, the former U.S. Vice President and Nobel Peace Prize winner, best known for his climate change activism and the documentary An Inconvenient Truth. The Gore Effect is a term coined to describe the ironic and often meme-worthy occurrence of unseasonably cold or snowy weather coinciding with events promoting awareness about global warming, particularly those featuring Gore himself. The phenomenon is largely anecdotal, but has been noticed enough times to become a running joke among both skeptics and supporters of climate science. For example, in 2004, a climate rally in New York City took place during a record-breaking cold snap. In 2008, Gore gave a speech on global warming at Harvard University, while Cambridge experienced an unexpected cold spell. In 2013, a global warming protest in Washington, D.C. was postponed due to a blizzard. While these events are purely coincidental, and ironically, often more in line with climate change predictions involving weather volatility, they make for great headlines. Gore speaks on global warming, thermometer hits record low, practically writes itself. Scientists have explained that the Gore effect is simply a byproduct of confirmation bias. People notice and remember cold snaps during climate events far more than they would otherwise. Still, it hasn't stopped the internet from poking fun, often casting Gore as a walking cold front.
What unites the Pauli and Gore effects is the way they expose our instinct to link unrelated events and find meaning or mischief in coincidence. Scientists may deal in probability and control groups, but they're still human. And humans love a good story, especially when it involves brilliant minds or influential figures unintentionally wrecking their surroundings. Both effects are humorous reminders that even in fields ruled by equations and models, there's room for myth, irony, and the occasional supernatural wink from the universe. They also serve as modern folklore, showing how legends evolve not just from ancient myths, but from chalkboards, lecture halls, and snowy protest rallies. So next time your computer crashes when a physicist walks by, or your climate conference gets snowed in, take a step back. Maybe it's just bad luck, or maybe it's something stranger. After all, as Pauli himself might say, I didn't break it. Physics did.
If you're enjoying the content, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more awesome videos.